What's up? I'm Patrick and welcome to ISW Reacts. Today I'm reacting to Dimash Qudaibergen, Samaltau. This was requested by Kristin. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. She wrote that she doesn't think that I've reacted to a Dimash KAZAKH folk song yet, and that this song specifically is a story of Kazakh men being forced from their land to be soldiers in 1916, World War I. They gained independence in 1991, a few years before Dimash was born, and you can feel his anguish and love for his homeland, and it's including Kazakh instruments. That sounds awesome. I'm really excited to see yet another side of Dimash. If you want to be like Kristin and support me and my channel, you can check out my Buy Me a Coffee page where you can request songs, or you can check out my Patreon where you can find some exclusive content and also some other things. For example, I reacted to You Raise Me Up by Dimash exclusively a few weeks back on there. The links are in the description if you're interested. Thank you very much. Before we start, please also leave a like, consider subscribing, and now let's just get into it. Already creating a really tense atmosphere.
Samaltau, kayran yelim, şalgar gönlüm. Ne bolar saldat bolla baynam, görgen günüm vay. Yezem Tahtardan aydavam men ayna gittim kıyıray. Samaltau, kayran
the sound. Ooh. Also great visuals. Just a crazy vocalist.
Samaltau hayran yelim şalkar gülüm Ne bolar saldat bolla bayna Görgen günüm
I really enjoyed the vibe of this song, this Kazakh folk sound, this ethno pop vibe. It's really atmospheric, starting pretty ominous. I think in the beginning and throughout the song, but in the beginning there's a big focus on it. It's again this traditional instrument that I've seen included in one of his songs already. What was it called? I asked you in that reaction, and you let me know in the comments. Was it something like Cobus or something? Something like that. I think that's the same instrument again. Really cool sound, really fitting for the atmosphere. Of course, making this just a really unique song for me, who obviously hasn't listened to a lot of Kazakh folk or traditional music. The overall mood is again pretty emotional. He transports a lot of feeling with his voice again. I'd say, it sounds a little nostalgic, obviously also because I have some context thanks to Kristen already. Just by the sound, it sounds like an emotional tribute to like his origins, his homeland. Also in that context and in that atmosphere of the song, I think it's cool how he uses his voice. He has a lot of dynamic control rather than just pure power, which we know he's obviously capable of, but he's like not focusing on vocal acrobatics in this one. It's really more about the emotions and the weight of the song, but still with build-ups and climaxes, but without focusing on his virtuosity. It's more like gradually expanding, still leading into huge climactic moments, but less with crazy high notes or something, but more it's more about power and his powerful voice, his resonant chest voice with long notes that have a lot of impact. It's also not just the music, but also the vocals that have those folk inspired melodies. And of course, I don't know much about it, like I said, but it feels like he's including those traditional singing techniques with like those ornamentations in his vocals, if you know what I mean. And together with the traditional instruments, that adds up to this folk sound, but also, and I also really like that, with a modern twist on it, so to say, with the piano, and also with the build up, the big moment in the song, where it almost leads into a rock passage, a rock section where regular drums join in, and that connection of modern and traditional, I think, makes it very special and makes it sound very cool. Kristen more or less already said what the lyrics are about, and I think you can definitely hear the passion in his voice when he sings those lyrics about his homeland, about his roots and his memories and his just emotional connection to where he came from or where he comes from. And it's honoring that place that is just part of his identity. And I think that's also a great connection to the music, because it's just culture and identity, both the lyrics and the music, and of course with the context and the history of that country, with the World War I in this case being mentioned specifically, and just all the repression they've experienced, being forced to fight for a country that's not theirs, or a war they're not in, so to say, and also all the consequences that follow that, with famines and losing people, losing soldiers that shouldn't even be involved in this. So it totally makes sense to have such an emotional connection, have such a heartfelt song about it, even though, of course, I personally can't relate, because I'm not from there, and historically the country I'm from has always been on the wrong side, and there's actually not much to be proud of or to honor. There's not much heritage that should be remembered. It's actually the opposite, because I mean, most of you know it or hear it by my accent, that I'm from Germany, or I live in Germany, and it's important to remember history here as well, also through art and through everything, through history, through learning, but in a very different way. It's more about remembering what once went wrong and try to prevent those things from happening again, even if today it feels like some people in this country have forgotten about that, but that's a whole different topic that could and probably should be talked about in a different place. But what I just wanted to say is that it, of course, makes sense and is great to hear a song like that, because those countries that have been repressed have a whole different connection to their history, obviously, and they obviously should honor their heritage and their identity and their culture, and that's great. Thank you so much, Kristen, for this request. I enjoyed it a lot. I think it's a very atmospheric song that's really powerful, that has a lot of impact, both by the music and by the lyrics. And also, like I mentioned, I really love the mix of traditional and the modern edge it has to it. It's a great emotional tribute song to his roots. You can hear the passion in his voice. You can hear like gratitude and pride. It feels really sincere, and it's a great balance in this song of him delivering, of course, technically perfect, but without overdoing it, always serving the purpose of the song, the atmosphere, the vibe of the song, telling this story with his vocals, and by that creating this nostalgic and emotional mood. Please let me know what other songs by him I should check out, or if you have any other artists you would like me to react to, please also let me know. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like, consider subscribing, and thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.